think of the rumors that Paige has moved on with another guy following her breakup with Craig?
Yeah, I don't think that those are rumors. I think that they've been substantiated, and I think that Craig knows as such. He didn't know for a minute, but yeah, I think that he's fully come to terms with that. That's not a rumor. Wow. Okay.
I feel like the frustrating part about the Paige and Craig breakup is that it's happening while Southern Charm is airing. And because Southern Charm is airing, people on that cast, aka friends of Craig like Austen and Miss Patricia, are able to go on Watch What Happens Live, and everybody is taking only Craig's side in this breakup. According to Austen, Paige has already moved on with who we have all seen online would be Joe D'Amelio, although none of this is proven. Like, I get Austen is trying to stick up for his bestie, but like, what does he know about Paige's personal life? She is single, by the way. She's not doing anything wrong. She also commented on that Watch What Happens Live clip and said, yes, a man I haven't spoken to in 6 months knows exactly what I'm doing. I just can't wait for Summer House to start so that the Summer House cast can come on and hopefully back Paige up, because I think there's two sides to a breakup. We all can agree they weren't compatible, and that's okay. Better that they broke up now than waiting even longer or getting married and then getting divorced or bringing children into the mix. They have made this decision in the right way. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Jennifer Aydin is reaping the consequences of her actions after that Jersey Mike's incident, because now Shannon Beador is replacing her on the Housewives cruise. I'm Kajal Dashti. I'm an award-winning former TV journalist. Hit the follow button for more Bravo stories. Shannon will be joining Dolores and Teresa Giudice on this cruise. She posted the announcement on her Instagram page, writing, "I am so excited to announce I will be joining Teresa Giudice and Dolores as the third Housewives, joining Wives on the Waves cruise. Set sail with Teresa, Dolores, and myself for the ultimate Housewives getaway, packed with exclusive private events, Q&A session, trivia, Bermuda bonfire party, dance and karaoke parties with our resident DJ and host, glamorous theme nights, and unforgettable moments at sea." I think we can all agree this is an upgrade. What do you guys think? Are you excited to hear that Shannon is replacing Jennifer on this Housewives cruise? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I don't think the Grand Dame has learned a thing. Karen Huger has fired her lawyers after her guilty verdict and asked to delay her DUI sentencing for rehab. Yeah, Karen is asking that her sentence be postponed to allow her time to finish rehab and talk with her new attorneys. So she fired the old ones and hired some new ones. According to court documents, Karen's request to postpone her January 29th sentencing was granted. The judge set the new date for February 26th. She will then find out what consequences she will face for her DUI. This is an example of taking it too damn far. And I'm trying to be super careful because behind me is a very undressed Bianca Censori on the Grammys red carpet. The Hollywood Reporter posted this on their Instagram page, and at first I was not expecting her to be fully nude, but no, she's fully nude under that. She turns around, shows off her backside, and then just fully drops it. And then you see her butt, and then she turns around and it's just full frontal with this sheer it's just this is a completely see-through dress. And then Kanye walks to the side and just lets her, I guess, be photographed by all the photographers. And it's just so weird and so gross, honestly. The Grammys is supposed to be a classy event. Is it not? There is some insane Southern Charm tea we have to talk about. I'm Kajal Dashti. If you're obsessed with Bravo like me, hit the follow button for more stories. I saw this post on X over the weekend from Bravo University. She writes, "The tea is hot. The real reason the Southern Charm cast is upset with JT. JT attempted to present blackmail against some of the cast members that he obtained from a stalker he was hooking up with. A stalker that multiple cast members have a restraining order on." Bravo University also provided a snippet from the Cocktails and Gossip podcast where they talked about this stalker blackmail situation, which you guys have to hear.
Anybody. So what I gathered from sources was that JT attempted to present on a television screen at his entertainment space blackmail against some of the female cast members. So there is somebody who my sources refer to as the stalker. So there is a woman in Charleston who more than one cast member, male and female, actually have restraining orders for. Wow. I cannot say who they are, obviously, because if this person is considered a stalker, we're not going to hurt anyone's safety. Right. But the cast basically flipped out because the stalker with a restraining order on more than one cast member started hooking up with JT. So when JT says my friend told me, it's actually the stalker who he was hooking up with. She, according to my source, has been wanting to get on the show. She hooked up with JT with the intention of getting on the show. She told JT a bunch of stuff, obviously gave him some sort of recording that would have made a female cast member look bad, and he brought it up while filming. So we see them all mad at JT, and we see Craig mad, and it seems like it's just because he confronted Taylor and said Sally's business, but it's actually much more than that. The cast was actually mad at production, and the showrunner was fired shortly after this scene.
Oh, I remember when that happened.
Yes.
In JT, we saw how well that went for Kenya Moore. I gotta say, what is on the screen, the other cast members have a visual distaste for him. Like Shep, especially, if you just watch Shep's face when they're anywhere near JT, it's like he looks like he just ate bad tuna. And Craig too, actually. So Craig, I think.
What's more is Bravo Babe also posted some tea saying facts, and the filming stopped for 2 months and the showrunner was replaced. And believe me, the cast is frustrated at editors and producers for not showing the fun moments that they all have together like this. Madison had posted this video of a night that her and the whole cast went out writing. It's hard to believe we actually have fun filming and don't just talk shit. Too bad that part doesn't make the cut. Even Shep commented saying, so frustrating. They've lost the right to say to us, we just want you to have fun. No, you don't. Is it fair to say that if Southern Charm is as slow as we, the viewers, are seeing this season, then maybe it's an editor problem? Because to me, as a viewer, if I want to see drama, and if JT is talking to a stalker that has affected the whole cast, let us hear it then. Because that is some messy, shisty behavior on JT's part. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. The AP reporters who abruptly ended the Babyface interview for Chappell Roan are now apologizing for this very embarrassing gaffe. I'm an award-winning former television anchor, and I cannot ever imagine abruptly ending an interview I'm in the middle of to try to talk to someone else. This was shocking to me, and especially from a reputable source like the Associated Press. I'll show you guys this infamous clip right here where they completely disrupt Babyface in the middle of his interview, and then I'll show you their apology.
Yes, I think it's interesting.
Chappell.
You guys want to do that? Go do that.
So sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. Hello. How's it going, Chappell? Hello. Good. How are you? Oh my gosh.
Kicking us off, but we want to thank you. But first I wanted to say that I'm really sorry about interrupting Babyface earlier. Chappell Roan had come up and there was a lot of commotion as there is on these carpets, but I'm a big Babyface fan, and as are we all, and so I just wanted to say that I really apologize. But thank you so much for having me, you guys. It's been great.
The viewers don't need the apology. Babyface deserves the apology. I want to note that this was mostly reporter Krista Faria's fault. I'm not going to blame the other reporter because she was listening to Babyface's response, and I'm sure in the moment, this is live TV, didn't know what to do with the situation, so just went along with it. Not only can I think we can all agree that this was unprofessional, but this was also bad journalism. That's not how a reporter acts. That's not how a journalist acts. It was just wholly inappropriate. And TMZ did catch up with Babyface. They asked him what he thought about it, and honestly, what a stand-up guy.
Guests who were being interviewed and Chappell Roan came up. How do you feel about that? They're saying that the interviewers were kind of like pushed you to the side, but you're okay?
Yeah.
All right. Well.
And I know it was hard to hear Babyface's response, but his response was, it's no crime. What do you guys think? Did you watch the Grammys? Let me know in the comments. It's absolutely crazy to me that they didn't get kicked out for the stunt they pulled on the Grammys red carpet. A source from the Recording Academy told TMZ that Kanye was an invited guest, nominated for Best Rap Song of the Year, and wasn't forcibly removed from the event as some people were reporting. And you would think he would have gotten kicked out after his wife went fully nude on the red carpet. I mean, that really caught everybody off guard. But yeah, apparently that's not a reason to kick somebody out. TMZ was told that they walked the red carpet, then got back in their car on their own volition and left. Police and Grammy security never got involved. And according to law enforcement, nobody complained. And honestly, if you know anything about Kanye and Bianca, this isn't really that shocking. It was just shocking that it was done on the Grammys red carpet, because they've been photographed around in public where she is really barely wearing anything. But I wonder if awards shows are going to now operate their red carpets differently because of what happened. Like, I would hope so. I would hope there's going to be new rules or guidelines put in place so that this doesn't happen again, because this was just, it was gross. What do y'all think? Let me know in the comments. Stranger has a great question. Do they have earpieces in? Like, was someone asking them to flag her down, or were they just afraid to miss an interview with her? So I've had several people in my comments say that the person that was kind of in Krista's ear was Gary Hamilton, another reporter with the Associated Press who was also there just standing in the background while Leslie and Krista were conducting the interview with Babyface. And they all definitely have earpieces. The person talking in their ear is their producer. And when Krista leaned back here, a lot of people in my comments were saying it was Gary who was whispering in her ear probably to get Chappell's attention. But here's my thing, whether Gary told her or the producer in her ear told her, she should have never stopped Babyface in the middle of his interview and started calling out another celebrity's name. This was so wildly uncomfortable, and while they really wanted that interview with Chappell Roan, because of this stunt they pulled, nobody remembers that interview with Chappell. Nobody knows what even was in that interview because all they can focus on is this interruption right here. And I feel bad for Leslie, the reporter in the black dress, because her stunt affected her. And a lot of people in my comments were saying that Leslie, the other reporter in the black there, did elbow Krista when she started to call Chappell's name. You can tell that she was embarrassed, but at this point, what could she do? This is live TV, and Krista kind of took the reins there by calling out Chappell's name and interrupting Babyface's interview. The Associated Press also put out a formal apology today saying, "We are deeply sorry for cutting our interview with Babyface short on our YouTube live stream of the Grammys red carpet. We've apologized to him through his representative and to our viewers on the live stream." So yeah, obviously this came off very unprofessional, but I can guarantee you, not a mistake she's gonna make again. It's so refreshing to finally see somebody sticking up for Paige and the Paige and Craig breakup. Amanda and Kyle were on Daily Mail's virtual reality podcast, and let's just say they had some choice words for Craig. I'm Kajal Dashti. If you're obsessed with Bravo like I am, hit the follow button for more stories.
The summer prior, Craig and I were talking. He was like, I wouldn't be surprised if we don't make it. And I'm like,
yeah. They were dropping hints.
It was weird. Yeah, maybe they were just being cautious. I don't know.
And he went on Instagram Live like, hi, guys.
No, that was ridiculous. I can't even speak to that. Paige was nothing but kind.
I thought Paige handled it really, really well.
Craig
I listened to the whole podcast.
Sent the dogs after her. So to not clear up any of the cheating rumors is insanity. Insanity.
Because also they're so like it's
that was still your girlfriend of 3 years. Like, stand up for her a little bit.
And even when I saw that those were circulating, I was like, I don't really understand. Like, I'm like, these are too many words. I went to public school in Jersey.
Yeah.
But then so even for Craig to see that, it just to at least brush that off. But he's been silent.
He's been silent, and I know that there were multiple conversations had. It wasn't a. I mean, yeah.
Yeah, the least he could have done was shut the cheating stuff down.
Yes.
But apparently he's already moving on. I don't know if y'all saw, but Us Weekly reported that he's on Raya. He's been spotted on Raya. What are your...
Those girls are so lucky. I can't wait for them to match with him. Good luck.
Paige is setting the record straight in her breakup with Craig Conover. The latest episode of the Giggly Squad podcast dropped yesterday, and in it, Paige talked about the breakup timeline between her and Craig and honestly dispelled all those insane cheating rumors that were aimed her way.
Let me say to the gigglers what I've been wanting to say since Thursday, since I've been itching to do the pod. Okay, because obviously I see all the TikTok videos. I try and scroll. But, I'm also, I love attention. So I'm if I see my name, I'm let me
and
see.
The algorithm knows you want to see your name.
Right. And so, I'm trying to scroll, whatever. Here's the thing. I never want to address rumors on Giggly Squad because this is my safe space. How dare they try and infiltrate the men try and infiltrate my safe space. So, I don't even, it's not that I ignore, random rumors or, I don't care. Well, I don't care, but, it's because I'm not trying to bring it to the gigglers because the gigglers already know me.
Also,
who am I speaking to?
The gigglers are tired. They've been fighting the good fight. We do not need to add more to their plate.
No,
these women
the girls
are busy.
The girls have been on their. They're we don't.
They're taking turns.
Yeah, I've been getting DMs. They're like, Paige, please stay in the house one weekend. We're exhausted. I'm like, no, bitch, I freaking get it. So let me just say this. I'm saying this here and now, and then I'm never saying it again. Okay. I never, in the 3 years that I dated my ex-boyfriend, I never physically cheated on him, emotionally cheated on him. Can you mentally cheat on him? I don't know, but I didn't. And just because it's oh my God, Paige is just the worst, and she blindsided someone before the holidays. So let me just say that when I announced my breakup on Giggly Squad, I thought really hard about how I was going to say it, the words I was going to use because of this exact thing. I didn't want to have to do it back and forth. But since no one's sticking up for me on the other side or perpetuating even more rumors, I will say that Craig and I broke up Thanksgiving weekend. Okay. That's at the end of November. Craig then went on and did press for Southern Charm, did whatever he needed to do, acting as if we were still together, and that was fine. I said that he could do that. He was processing in his own way. Christmas came and went. Then I saw that my ex-boyfriend was on a trip presenting himself as single. And I said, oh, here we go. We're ready to announce. I then texted him and said, whilst he was on his trip, that I'm going to say something on Giggly Squad and we can both like start moving forward. It's been a full month now. My text went unanswered. Fine. Giggly Squad episode came out. That was at the end of December. And then the narrative just like took a turn really quickly that I had cheated, that I like broke up with him like a week ago, moved on with some new guy. Let me say this here and now. I did not move on with some new guy. I am single. I don't have a new boyfriend. I did not cheat on my ex-boyfriend. And it was a full month that we were broken up and I didn't say anything because even though we are public, there are certain things that I think should remain private. And he asked me not to say anything. And so once he was on a trip and being single, I said, okay, well, I can't deceive the public any longer per your request. I have a podcast and I have the Giggler. I have the girls. Like the girls are here. So that is when I announced that we had our breakup. Since then, since I announced our breakup, I have been acting single. Because I am single. And so even though he's not coming out and saying that like I didn't cheat on him, even though I asked him to do that and he said that he didn't want to say anything about the breakup. So any of the other like baseless rumors that have my name in them, they are not true. When you're in a relationship, things happen in your relationship. You take inventory of them, you evaluate, and then you decide if you want to go forth with that relationship. And that's what I did. I decided that I did not want to go forth with that relationship, but no one was blindsided. No one was cheated on. I really took to heart like what I said on Giggly Squad when I first announced my breakup. It was really hard for me and I felt like I spoke extremely highly of him. I don't want to be the victim ever, but I also don't want to be the villain. I think this is like the last we need to speak of it. We broke up almost 2 months ago. Nothing happened that was nefarious or like cheating. There's not some big rumor that's going to come out, period. Now it's time to fucking giggle.
Now it's time to laugh. It's comedy time.
Yeah, this is Giggly Squad and I'm pissed that I even have to be serious. Let's get into something hilarious. Kanye West is back on Twitter.
Marcus Jordan apparently sang the entire way to jail after being arrested for coke possession, DUI, and resisting arrest. Marcus was booked in Florida's Orange County Jail after getting his Lamborghini SUV stuck on train tracks around 1:14 a.m. Jordan admitted to drinking at a gentleman's club earlier in the evening. He did not undergo a breathalyzer test, but he did not perform well on 3 field sobriety tests. After being placed under arrest, Marcus had his pockets searched where cops reportedly found a substance testing positive for cocaine. Marcus's bond was set at $4,000 and he reportedly sang the entire way to jail. Marcus Jordan is NBA star Michael Jordan's youngest son, but us Bravo fans also know Marcus Jordan as the guy who dated Larsa Pippen in season 6 of Real Housewives of Miami. And it was always such a shocking relationship because Larsa Pippen's ex Scottie Pippen also played with Marcus Jordan's dad Michael Jordan. Now the story of Marcus's arrest is still developing. If you want any updates, hit the follow button. We now have Marcus Jordan's arrest video, and in the video, he brings up his NBA legend father, Michael Jordan, to try to get out of being arrested. I'm Kajal Dashti. If you love pop culture as much as I do, hit the follow button for more stories. Before I show you the video, let me give you a little background into what happened and how his nice Lamborghini ended up on train tracks. So in the video I'm about to show you, you can see that Jordan tries to move the car off the railway with his foot on the gas, but when the Pricey Wright's tire spun in place, no matter how hard he pressed, cops asked him to get out of the vehicle. Marcus tried to get the police over and over again to help him break his car free, but as he was eliciting signs of being intoxicated, like slurring his speech or his balance seeming off, cops made it clear they weren't going to assist in that task. Instead, they asked to pat him down, and when they felt along his waistband, he brought up his NBA legend father, Michael Jordan.
Help us try and reverse this thing out.
Well, hang on. You are stuck. Come here. You know the trains come by right now, right?
No, I know. That's why I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here.
We thought we were making a right, and I fucking turned onto the train tracks, apparently. I'm trying. But yeah, we're not getting back in the car right now, okay? The reason why, so...
Do me a favor, keep your hands out of your pocket.
Yeah.
Keep your hands out of your pocket.
There's nothing in my pocket.
That's why I'm going to pass you down real quick. Put your hands out there, you go.
Oh, man. You know... Bro, I'm Marcus Jordan. I'm Michael Jordan's son. Okay. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just trying to get home. And I made a wrong turn. Okay? And clearly... we would just like to get our car off of the fucking train tracks.
It's
which
true.
we were
I
not
can
trying to be on.
confirm.
I mean, I'm just saying, if there's 6 of us and we throw this thing in reverse.
Well, I've already got concerns for your level of impairment anyways, okay? So that's why.
Why?
Because I can smell alcohol coming from you and you're on train tracks. Okay. So
come on, man.
Just listen to me. That's why I don't want you back behind the wheel anyways, okay?
I'm fine behind the wheel. I just would like to get my car out of this.
We'll deal with that after this, okay? We'll deal with that after this. But that's why I had to get you out of the car, okay? Because I hear spinning tires, I hear slurred speech from you. You're driving on train tracks.
I'm not slurring anything, and I'm
okay. I'm letting you know. I have concerns. Okay?
Well,
For
I
your level of
appreciate
impairment
that.
Driving a vehicle, I can't let you back behind the car and drive a vehicle.
I appreciate.
Marcus was ultimately booked on 3 charges: DUI, crash with property damage, possession of coke, and resisting an officer without violence, and he was released from custody a few hours later. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but Rebecca Minkoff exiting the Real Housewives of New York is honestly great news to me. I don't think Scientology should have a place on RHONY. This was just a business opportunity for Rebecca Minkoff, and her not divulging about her Scientology only makes it weirder. People think it's a cult. I think it's a cult, but you dancing around the subject makes it appear as a cult even more. And I'm going to give Erin a lot of credit. She tried to hold Rebecca's feet to the fire, tried to ask her questions about Scientology, how it conflicts with her Judaism, and she couldn't even give a straight answer. Instead, she gave her a list of approved answers, topics, or something. And to me, sending your friend or somebody who's supposed to be your friend an approved list of terminology you can use around their religion seems weird. And you can tell that all the ladies are incredibly uncomfortable around Rebecca, especially when the topic of Scientology comes up. So like, if you can't have honest conversations with your friends, are you really friends? This tweet literally summed up what I thought. Rebecca thinks these RHONY ladies were too hard on her about being a Scientologist. Girl, you're lucky you weren't on cast with Tamra Judge or Kenya Moore, because they would have brought out Leah Remini. Speaking of Leah Remini, she's very outspoken about Scientology and how it exploits its members by making them give up their hard-earned dollars. How do they take money from its members? Well, let me show you. Because this is what Rebecca Minkoff didn't want you, the viewers, to hear. Scientologists allegedly spend thousands of dollars to purchase every book written by their founder, L. Ron Hubbard. According to Leah Remini, their 12 basic books in Scientology can cost about $4,000, and members have to buy the book multiple times whenever Scientology says they've been updated. They have a detailed and costly course list called the Bridge of Total Freedom. Those courses are $650 each, requiring its members to study from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. 7 days a week. Like, how are you supposed to work and do anything else but spend money on your church? Scientologists must attend auditing, essentially the church's term for therapy, which costs $800 an hour. And according to Leah Remini, the minimum is like 2.5 hours. That was the last we'll be seeing of Rebecca on RHONY. She announced her departure from the show in this lengthy Instagram post, which you can pause to read. What are your thoughts on Rebecca? How did you guys feel like the reunion handled the whole topic on Scientology? Because I feel like they could have gotten into it way more. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'm honestly surprised Ubah forgave Brynn at the reunion. Brynn made some serious accusations that Ubah didn't remember a serious conversation they had around a moment where Brynn was raped. And again, that's what we saw in that explosive finale where it looked like Brynn was weaponizing what she went through against her castmates, specifically against Ubah. Part of me feels like Brynn was just putting on an act at the reunion because her interview with Rolling Stone contradicts everything she said at the reunion. She doubled down in this interview saying that none of her castmates supported her, and from what I saw at the reunion, they were very supportive. I think it also shows what an amazing person Ubah is to honestly forgive Brynn for what she did, to go give her a hug, and help her feel better in a lot of ways for how she made her feel. I'm a little confused because I just did not expect this to happen. And the other ladies didn't expect it either, and you could see it on their faces. And I believe Sai at one point even said, like, Ubah should not have to apologize or should not have to walk over there to hug Brynn. Like, am I happy that there was some sort of resolution? I guess, but it just, because of that interview she did with Rolling Stone, I don't really know what to think. I do feel bad for Brynn. I think she needs a lot of help. And part of me thinks that maybe Ubah is seeing that in the moment, and that's why she's just like, I'm not gonna get through to this girl, so let's just move on, hug it out, and be done. The friendship will never be the same again. What did you guys think about this moment? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Katie said, I was at a coffee shop where they were filming Southern Charm and JT was doing a scene with Leva that was extremely heated and they had to reshoot because he was legitimately angry and drove off mid-shoot. Katie, was it this scene right here? I went back and watched this scene and it was all basically centered around the rumor that JT called Patricia a bitch. And he's telling Leva, no, that's like, I was shocked when Madison told me that Craig said that I said that because I would never call a woman that. But now that there's this rumor swirling that JT hooked up with someone who was stalking the cast, that the cast had a restraining order on, like, was that why there was such a blow up at this shoot? Or was it related to him allegedly calling Patricia a bitch? Part of me hopes that JT comes back for the reunion because I have so many questions. I don't know if it's the editing, but something about this season is kind of confusing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Southern Charm is filming its reunion today, and Bravo released a seating chart, and guess who may be coming back to talk? JT announced that he was leaving Southern Charm right before the season started airing. It seemed very heated when he left, so I'm curious him coming back. What is he? Is he trying to tie up some loose ends? Try to save face? What's happening? Are the rumors of him hooking up with someone who's been stalking the cast true? Because JT's really the only one bringing drama, and as fans this season, we're seeing that, but it feels like the cast is mad at him for a lot more than what we're seeing. But me as a fan, I'm excited for the reunion. This season was kind of a bit lackluster, and I feel like a lot of us viewers feel like it's getting a lot slower. So I'm looking forward to the reunion and I'm curious to what JT has to say to the cast. What do you guys think about this seating chart? Are you looking forward to the reunion? Let me know in the comments. For any of us that wanted Lisa Vanderpump back on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, I have some bad news for you. I'm Kajal Dashti. If you love Bravo as much as I do, hit the follow button for more stories. TMZ caught up with Lisa Vanderpump and asked her if the rumors were true that she was potentially returning to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and she says she'll come back when pigs fly.
Lisa Vanderpump, I want to ask you.
Oh,
Lisa
God,
Rinna said
oh,
that
God.
Bravo needs you back. What do you think about that?
Oh, well, if Lisa really said it, it must be true.
Would you
said
go
no
back?
one ever.
Would you go back?
Oh, there's a pig flying to the moon. There's more chance of that.
There were some rumors circulating that she could have potentially been returning, but of course now she's squashing those rumors. And Andy Cohen even just last month went on his SiriusXM show and said he has no idea where those rumors started.
It all over the place that I'm trying to get Lisa Vanderpump back on the Housewives of Beverly Hills. Now, let me restate my abject love for Lisa Vanderpump. But I don't know where the rumor came from. And like, I don't see her coming back to that show. Do you, John?
I don't know why that would even be a rumor. She doesn't need to go back. You guys don't need her back. She's got her own thing going on.
But us Beverly Hills fans can dream, right? What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Madison LaCroix and her husband Brett Randall are expecting their first baby together. I'm Kajal Dashti. If you love Bravo as much as I do, hit the follow button for more stories. Madison made the announcement on Instagram partnering with Clear Blue. She wrote, and just like that, our world is changing in the most magical way. Seeing pregnant on this Clear Blue test was the best moment of our lives. We can't wait to meet you, little one. She spoke with People magazine about this pregnancy announcement, saying, I was shocked. I thought I had all summer long, but it happened and I felt actually pretty great other than some minor headaches. But other than that, just eating all the food and enjoying myself. This season of Southern Charm, we saw that her husband Brett had been diagnosed with thyroid cancer, and Madison was also dealing with the loss of her father at the end of 2023. So this pregnancy news was super exciting. She said, I honestly was pinching myself because I hadn't heard good news and it felt like the last 2 years. So to hear something that was so positive and something that we've been wanting and looking forward to was just super exciting. And of course, everybody in our family and everybody was rooting for us. Of course, one of the first people to find out about her pregnancy announcement was her son Hudson, whom she calls her best friend. Of course, her announcement is dropping the same day as the Southern Charm reunion taping, so I'm sure we're going to see something mentioned about her pregnancy and the reunion coming up.